my friends, we have Joy Summers here, a transformation specialist who's going to answer some of the most common nutrition questions that you guys send through regarding your first trip to Fitness Street. And she's also going to take us through various places along Fitness Street, places to eat and places to get your body measurements done. Let's kick it off by going to Styku. Let's go. That's why you got to come to Fitness Street.
Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up, I'm just doing me, everything is on me, oh you matter what, add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up, I'm just doing me, everything is on me, oh you matter what.
All right, so we're actually back at the 3D Styku office here because I want you guys to get your blood work drawn. If you've never done it before, great place to get it done. Come here for any kind of hormonal test. Men especially, get your testosterone and your free testosterone levels checked. Women, maybe it's time to check your thyroid and your adrenals. If you have more questions on getting blood work done, I have a great panel that I can send you of the protocols that I send to my clients. Reach out to me on Instagram and I can send that over to you. Okay, so another awesome addition to the soy is gonna be the distribution of Kangen water. Guys, if you haven't heard about this, but this is the best water in the world. It is going to hydrate your cells within seconds. It's microclusted, packed with antioxidants, and it's alkaline. So I can put 8.5, 9, and 9.5 alkalinity in these bags. We can refill them as well. They're BPA free. As we talked about hydration before, super important to stay hydrated here on the soy. Check this out. It's going to be sold at both Gorilla Supplements and also Filling Station. So one of the first things I tell clients when they first get to Fitness Street is come to the Styku 3D body scan shop. So it's in the middle of the street, really close to Pure Prep. This is one of the most in-depth body scans I've ever seen, actually. So as you can see over here, you're gonna get on the machine, it's gonna spin you around, and it's gonna give you a full profile, body fat percent, visceral fat, which is the fat that's around your internal organs, a full breakdown, how many calories you're gonna need to consume. Then, okay, so I want you to take this with a grain of salt, okay? These numbers could be shocking to you. Body fat percent might be a little bit higher than what you think. Take that number with a grain of salt because all I really care about is gonna be your second scan, right? Where we can really compare the difference. This breaks it down. I mean, this girl was 76.5 centimeters. She dropped down to 71. Visually, you can see the results, right? So taking measurements like this is just one form, right? We can also do, how your clothes look. I want you to do before and after photos. So back here, make sure when you come in, I want pictures front, side, and back so that we can compare both. All right, guys, so I'm gonna take you to the next spot on Fitness Street that I think you should hit up as soon as you get here. All right, second spot, as soon as you get to Fitness Street, I want you to come check out Pure Prep because their meals are insane. They're all macro counted, really clean, and the best part is that they're not using toxic seed oils for when they cook. This is one of the only restaurants on the street that's not using seed oils in their cooking. So come take a look at their menus. They have two different menus, okay? One is gonna be all macro counted out for you. So they have different options for chicken, beef, salmon, fish, even keto. Great if you're going gluten-free or even, high protein, high fats, and very low carbs. So they cook with cauliflower rice. This place is also halal. I've seen a lot of our famous fighters come in here. Peter Yan and Raf, they're in here all the time eating their food. Great community. Wi-Fi is also decent. And if you want a little treat, they have some of the best cookies. Come take a look at these cookies. I'm not joking. I come here whenever I need a little treat. They have, they're sold out of the Oreo today, but they have protein bars, they have cookies, and they have keto bites as well. Really cool part about Pure Prep as well is if you're here for an extended stay, they have these package deals where they're giving away free food. All right, you get a package of, you pay 12,000 baht up front, and they're gonna give you 1,200 baht of free food. Now, I don't know any other restaurant that's giving away free food like that. Great deal here. So if you come in and you get a package, tell them that Joy sent you over. You'll get a free bag of protein bites as well. All right, guys, we're leaving Pure Prep. We're gonna walk down the street. We're gonna take a right out of Pure Prep to the 7-Eleven so I can show you exactly what kind of water you should be drinking when you get here. All right, guys, hydration is so important. Think about how much you're sweating during all of your sessions, right? And if you take the wrong bottle of water, it could severely impact your training. So I wanted to come to 7-Eleven to show you guys there is a full tray of reverse osmosis water here. And although it's clean, during the sanitation process, they strip it of all of your minerals. So when you drink this, it's actually masking the hydration. You're not getting hydrated from this at all. Your cells aren't filling this up. The water is basically being held subcutaneously, like right under your skin. So I want you to think about getting yourself a bottle of the mineral water. Now you can see the difference here. It will actually say mineral on the bottle. So make sure you're looking for a couple of these brands. It's only a couple baht extra. What do we got? 23 baht versus 14, right? Fill up with your mineral water here. Add some electrolyte packets. Make sure that your cells are staying hydrated, and your trainings are gonna be a heck of a lot better. All right, most of the time in Asia, someone gets sick, whether it's from food poisoning, overtraining, dehydration. Guys, if that happens, I want you to pick up some charcoal pills. Okay, they're less than $1. Charcoal pills help to bind all of the toxins and bad bacteria and push it through your bowels. So if you're sick, grab some electrolytes and some charcoal, and this will be the magic formula.
All right, my friends, I'm sitting down with Joy here, online coach. Going to ask her a few questions to help you guys plan your fitness street adventure of a lifetime. Starting with the first question, number one nutrition tip, Joy.
Oh, I love this question.
For
guys,
anybody coming in here for the first time, what would you say? Number one tip.
Okay, you can do this tip no matter where you are in the world. This has been my daily go-to. So did you know that the ordering of your food is really important to balance your blood sugar levels? So the first thing that you guys need to be eating on your plate are your vegetables. And the reason for that is because the vegetables will send fiber down your GI tract and over your intestines. Okay. The second thing you need to be eating are your proteins and fats. So maybe I take a couple bites of my chicken, a couple bites of my avocado. Again, this is going to slow down this glucose response so that by the time you get to your rice or your potatoes or your carbs, instead of the glucose going straight into the bloodstream to cause a spike, it's now protected under this meshy layer of fiber and proteins and fats. So what I see most commonly throughout all of my clients is that when they first get started, they tell me what they're eating for breakfast, and it shocks me. Okay, they wake up, they get their coffee, they're gonna put some creamer inside, maybe some sugar. Then they get their cereal, their muesli, maybe your croissant. So first thing in the morning, blood sugar levels go up, and then they crash, right? And now 2 hours later, they get to the office, they have no energy, so they need more caffeine and more sugar. So then they grab a banana because it's healthy, but it still digests as carbs. So then again, blood sugar goes up and then it crashes. So all day, people are doing this blood sugar roller coaster. So we really need to think about prioritizing vegetables, proteins, and fats. And you can do this with any meal. Like, I'm never gonna tell you that you can't have your brownie sundae or maybe, your oatmeal protein pancakes or something. I'm just telling you to eat it after you've already had your proteins and your fats. One of my philosophies on coaching is that this needs to be sustainable, right? I need you guys eating the foods that you love and still getting results. And this is one way that you can balance your insulin levels, not spike any of your glucose, and still eat the foods that you love.
What would be the second tip, nutrition tip, that you can think of?
Okay, so this is a common thing that I see specifically with people that come to the street, is that they're actually under eating. I know that we've both experienced this before. When you get here, it's so hot, you lose your appetite. A lot of people are actually overtraining. So when you're overtraining, there's just not enough time to get your meals in throughout the day, right? Like, say you have your first session at 8 and then your second session at 11 and then you have your core class at 4. I mean, it's just, you have to structure your days out to make sure that you're getting enough calories. People think that they need to starve themselves to lose weight. I have people on my team eating more calories than they ever expected, and they are consistently dropping weight every week. So one of my tips is that when you come, write down your schedule. Get some structure to your weekly plan so that this problem of under eating doesn't happen. Because people will lose energy, get injuries a lot more frequently, dehydration levels spike, all of these things. So what I do with clients, we'll set them up. I say 6:30 you're waking up and you're having a black coffee and you're going to go to training fasted. I love my first session to be fasted, feel great. After training, maybe you shower first, or maybe you go straight to where do we go for breakfast? Pure Prep or somewhere, right? And then you're going to get, some protein and carbs. And I want you to set up the game plan so that you know exactly what you're eating that day. Proteins and carbs or proteins and fats. You got to pick one or the other, right? So Brad and I were talking earlier, he's an athlete. He needs to be consuming lots of carbs. For my weight loss clients, it's still you're eating carbs, but it's a little bit less than what Brad would need. So we structure that out into a game plan so that when you wake up in the morning, you don't have to think like, what am I doing today? What am I going to eat? You already know.
So it's almost like people, they in my experience with people coming out here and training, is that they take their training super seriously, but nutrition is almost an afterthought.
Nobody talks about it.
They forget to eat. I've done all this too, right? And I still forget sometimes. I have to consciously remind myself sometimes as well.
Eat your food, drink your water.
Yeah.
I mean, you might be smashing some back during training, but then you go home and then you don't drink enough. So having alarms in your phone sometimes, sometimes I'll fill up a bottle and I'm like, okay, I have to finish this bottle by 11 a.m. And then I have to start my second bottle to 2 to make sure that I'm getting enough liters in throughout the day.
How many liters, on that topic, how many liters of water would you suggest people consume during a training session?
You don't want to overflood your kidneys. This is the one thing. I see people gulping their water back, and that's just going to overflood the kidneys. So small sips throughout training. In CrossFit, I saw it all the time when I was coaching at Tiger, that it would be like a 10-minute workout, and people would go over there, drink their water. And I see that as an excuse, right? Slowly sip on water during the good timing of your training sessions, But yeah, I don't think there's a specific amount per se. I think minimum 2.5 to 3 liters per day, especially with electrolytes, so that your body's actually absorbing it. That would be beneficial.
Any electrolytes that you pointed out before?
So unfortunately, the ones that you can get here at 7-Eleven or the pharmacy, they will break your fast because they do add extra sugar to them. Shout out to a brand called LMNT. I know that we can get them in the States and Canada. Sodium, magnesium, potassium, they will keep you in a fast. They're one of the cleanest electrolytes that you can buy. So bring them over. I mean, I travel with so many supplements, vitamins, probiotics, protein powders. I've never had an issue at any of the airports. So I would think about bringing some over here before you get here.
Which supplements on that? I hope you don't mind these questions.
Let's bring it on.
Just roll it off the tongue.
Bring it on.
So which supplements do you normally bring over with you from?
Oh, love this question because I'm such a fan of supplements. So I love my my digestive enzymes. I think that every single person should be taking digestive enzymes because they help break your food down to become more bioavailable. Okay, you're eating clean. I know you are, but if your body isn't producing the right amount of enzymes to break your food down, it's not going to get transported to the right areas. I'm going to send you a little science experiment that I did. I took 2 bowls of oatmeal. One, I just left it as is. It was like a big blob. The other one, I opened a capsule of my digestive enzyme, sprinkled it in, started mixing it around. Not joking you. Within 5-10 minutes, this oatmeal was like liquid. I could literally mix it. So if you think of that, what's going on in your own digestion, you need that help with the breakdown, right? So digestive enzymes, number 1. Number 2, a good pre and probiotic. I just did a huge post on this yesterday. Probiotics nourish your gut with good gut microbiome. Now, I know you are on many rounds of antibiotics. I know a lot of people on the street, guys, they dish their antibiotics here like candy, right? And there are some times that, yes, I agree, you need to take them, but that will kill your good gut gut microbiome for up to 2 years. So having a good probiotic, eating probiotic-rich foods. We got some kimchi, sauerkraut. Shout out to Fatty's German restaurant, 5 minutes from the street. They have great sauerkraut. Kombucha. Kombucha Wow is a company that's here that produces some good drinks on the street. What other supplements? I take a really great fish oil, my ADE and K. I mean,
what brand of fish oil do you take?
I actually love a brand called doTERRA. They are completely holistic, very clean. They're essential oil based. So my family, a little bit about my background. I grew up, my mom's a naturopathic doctor, so we were raised with herbs and oils. There's even a natural antibiotic protocol using essential oils. So the main compound in the antibiotics is something called a monoterpene. Okay. Oregano oil is 80% monoterpene. So you can use a holistic method to get the same kind of protocol, antifungal, antibacterial, without messing up your gut microbiome. So if you guys are interested more in essential oils and stuff, definitely reach out to me. I can send you on the right path. I use lemon essential oil in my water every day. So again, if you're squeezing lemon, it will eventually take off the enamel on your teeth and also mess with the acidity in your stomach. But the oil, putting it in, will give you the benefits of a liver detox without the negative side effects, I guess, of regular. So love my supplements. I think we shot earlier about getting some charcoal. If you guys get sick, I mean, you're going to get sick. I mean, chances are pretty high.
If you're here long enough.
If you're here long enough, you're going to get sick. So coconuts, Filling Station has a really good chicken pho. Getting some good bone broth from them would be really good. And then also finding some charcoal pills.
Activated charcoal.
Activated charcoal is really good for when like food poisoning, diarrhea symptoms like that.
It sounds strange, when someone mentioned that to me years ago, activated charcoal. I was like, I'm not eating charcoal. Like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was in a tablet form and it's proper pharmaceutical.
Yeah, it's a really good binder. So it kind of like pulls all those bacteria and flushes it out through your system. And it's 25 baht. I mean, it's $1.
Yeah. What other supplements, like protein? Do you bring protein powders?
I do bring my own protein powder because, oh gosh, guys. Okay, Optimum Nutrition. I was drinking this stuff for 7 years while I competed, all through my competition years. It wasn't until I got really smart about reading the labels that I realized how many toxic ingredients are in that brand of protein powder. So unfortunately, not a lot of great brands, clean brands. There's a plant-based protein powder called Heyday. Absolutely incredible. The cleanest ingredients you're going to find. So that would be my number one for something on the soy. The second one would be the Optimum Nutrition plant-based protein powder. I'm not plant-based. I fully am supportive of meat products. If I was in the States, I would be looking for a grass-fed organic whey isolate. That would be my number one go-to. Minimal ingredients, but that's going to give you a really good amino acid profile. But yeah, if you're getting a smoothie on the soy, ask for the plant-based ones because that Optimum Nutrition whey is going to make you feel so bloated and gross afterwards. Have you experienced that bloating that you get after you drink it?
Only if I have like more than 50 grams of protein in one dosage. No, I'm not lactose intolerant. So
yeah, even if you're not lactose, I hear a lot of bloating stories from like gut health patients and stuff.
Do you take creatine at all?
I personally don't, but I mean, hey, I think that everyone should try it. I mean, it is one of the most researched supplements on the market. I think it's great if you're trying to lift strong. Great place to buy that would be Gorilla Supplements on the soy. They have a whole selection, variety of BCAAs, creatine, protein powders.
Do you recommend people bring their own supplements from home?
I do.
Or
I do.
Buy them here?
I mean, there's a couple there's a couple products that you can get here that are clean, but again, I'm like really focusing on the quality of the ingredients of that product, and I just don't think that they're selling here what you could get back at home. So creatine you can get here. I'm homemade almond butter and peanut butter from Phuket Health Pro, right? Health Shop.
You mean PB2?
No, not PB2, like freshly ground almond butter.
Jiffy.
No, God, no, just stay away from that stuff. So much sugar in it. But yeah, if the question is, do I bring my supplements or buy them here, I would probably bring some.
Nice.
Magnesium, especially if you're having trouble sleeping, magnesium is great for sleep and also recovery.
Cramping.
That's a good one. Cramping big time. Yep.
I found that when I was training only once on this trip and a few times on the last trip last year, when after Muay Thai in the first couple of weeks, my inner thigh was cramping up horrendously, and I started taking magnesium.
Game changer. Yeah, game changer.
No more cramps.
Between that and the Kangen water that we're going to start selling soon, we did a testimonial. I had this like bodybuilder friend. He was on all kinds of juice, and when he got a cramp, you could literally see like the contraction in his muscles. So I said, look, I want you to drink this Kangen water, only Kangen water for 1 week. He did not have another cramp after. That was the only thing he switched. No other supplements, nothing else. Just started drinking Kangen water, and all of his cramping issues were gone too.
Incredible.
All right, guys. So just to reiterate and kind of wrap up everything that we've talked about today, step one, when you get here, do yourself a favor, get yourself a body scan, because you will see results when you put in the work. Okay. Number two, go to Pure Prep, get yourself a meal planning package. And if you guys need help setting up the structure of your meal plan, if you want to know what your macros are supposed to be or how many calories you're supposed to eat, reach out, send me a DM, and I will gladly assist you in that. Step three, make sure that you're drinking the right water. Step four, go get your blood work done. Really important. Blood work done at Styku. And I would say step five is just be open. I mean, guys, I've been living here over 8 years, and I can live anywhere in the world, and I choose to live here because this is a magical little community. You're going to make friends and have bonds with people for the rest of your life. There is, right? Don't you feel the magic when
100%.
You get here?
100%.
Someone asked me, they're like, how long does it take to feel this magic? And someone responded like, a couple days. I mean, you almost feel it instantly. It's like you're at home. Everybody's on that same like vibrational frequency. We're all here to work hard, support each other, encourage each other. There's not like, that crazy jealousy or stress or anxiety here. So remain open to the possibilities and have fun. That's really it.
Wow, incredible. Well, Joy, it's great to have you on.
Thank you.
And if you guys have any questions about anything to do with nutrition specifically, or even training,
gut health, I am a holistic gut health expert. So if you guys need any kind of assistance with that, even before you get here, shout me out.
Yep, I'll throw up Joy's Instagram up on the screen right now and down in the description below. And if you have any CrossFit questions, I mean, we have a CrossFit machine in the house.
All the trainings.
That used to compete in CrossFit back in the day. You still compete though.
Go to Tiger, check out the trophy wall.
Yeah, still got your name. Still got your name. Yeah, still got your name up there on the board.
That's right.
Yeah, just reach out to this one. She's incredible. I've known Joy for over 6 years now. I think 7 years. 6 years.
Where's the time go?
I don't know.
Crazy.
So I hope you guys enjoyed this. In terms of other things, join the Fitness Street Facebook group. If you have other questions about coming out here, like if you want to meet people before you come out here, you can always jump in the group and introduce yourself that way. Otherwise, we'll see you next time.
Boom.
Let's go. Boom.
Oh, thanks for that.